The Dodgers cut Chris Taylor. Why? 'Cause it's the circle of life. Meanwhile, UCLA football is like, oh yeah, recruiting. And an Angel City player leaves the intensive care unit with a functioning heart. Good morning. I'm James. And this is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is the Faithful Angelenos Morning Report. It is May 19, 2025. Welcome back to the Sanctum Sanctorum of LA Sports, where minutes ago we just added a new subscriber to the Angeleno Familia. Thank you for getting in on the ground floor. We're going to do our best to keep you informed. And if you like being in the know about LA Sports, click and clack the like button. Click and clack the subscribe button. There's a notification bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. So by all means, comment. Now, before we go through the news and notes, a quick look at the scoreboard. Tough weekend out at the Ravine. Anacrime 6, Dodgers 4. Arguably the worst weekend of the season for the Dodgers, but the magic number still dropped to 116. Winning this division is inevitable. Let's not get panicky. Galaxy 2, LAFC 2. There is a rapid recap of another entertaining El Tráfico. It's on the Galaxy playlist. And Minnesota defeated the Sparks 89-75. Meanwhile, today, Arizona's in town. They're going to play the Dodgers at 7. What do you say we get to the news? You know, for almost 10 years, the Dodgers referred to Chris Taylor as their ultimate Swiss Army knife. You can play him anywhere. You're going to get results, right? Well, the Swiss Army knife now, the blades got dull, screwdrivers chipped, and you damn sure ain't going to put that metal toothpick in your mouth. The Dodgers designated Taylor for assignment yesterday in order to make room for the return of Tommy Edman. Taylor, look, he was an absolute essential piece of a Dodgers team that went to 3 World Series from the years 2017 to 2021. He was a co-MVP of the National League Championship Series in 2017. But the cold-blooded truth, he hasn't hit above 237 since 2021, which coincidentally started immediately after he signed a 4-year, $60 million contract. 4 years, and he hasn't hit above 237. In hockey terms, he went from Anze Kopitar to Pierre-Luc Dubois. Gotta face reality, guys. Now, team president Andrew Friedman said cutting Taylor, along with longtime backup catcher Austin Barnes, made this a very emotional week for the franchise, and I believe every word. Barnes and Taylor were the 2 longest tenured position players on the team. But the Dodgers have a sense of urgency, and I, for one, absolutely approve of that. They just got younger last week, significantly younger, and more athletic. Because in addition to Edman coming back, the Dodgers needed to make room for both Dalton Rushing and Hyseong Kim. This is a franchise trying to win multiple titles. You cannot take a sentimental journey on your way to building a dynasty. That's booty backwards. You build the dynasty and then you make your sentimental journey. And by the way, the longest tenured current position player on the Dodger roster, Max Muncy. 34-year-old, 210 hitting Max Muncy. And this is not to hate on Chris Taylor, Austin Barnes, or Max Muncy. But if Hunter Fiducia can get on a hot streak down at the Midwest manure pit of AAA, meanwhile, it's now time for your daily Dodger injured pitcher update. And every time I hit it, I don't feel it expresses the feeling well enough. It's now time for your injured Dodger pitcher update. That's a little more like it. Kirby Yates placed on the 15-day injured list. He injured his right hamstring during Saturday's loss to Anacrime. Lou Trevino was summoned from AAA to plug yet the latest hole in the good ship bullpen. Yates increases the number of injured Dodger pitchers to 14. And if you want a good laugh, take a look at the LA Times, because Friedman told the Times that protecting Dodger pitchers from getting injured is, quote, by far the number one thing that keeps me up at night, unquote. Well, then you're just going to have to invest in a lot of sedatives, because if you want a good night's sleep, you're either going to wind up having to take a fistful of ludes, or you might want to consider firing Mark Pryor and maybe getting a better team of trainers. Just saying, my man. Just saying. Meanwhile, over at UCLA, football coach Deshaun Foster told us all to be patient with the high school recruiting. And it's really hard if you're a Bruins fan to want to be patient, because let's be real, USC has been absolutely killing it. But to be fair, the Bruins have gotten off the deck. They made 4 additions to the class of 2026 over the weekend, starting with tight end Camden Jansen, who is currently considered the 3rd best high school football player in Colorado. Moreover, the Bruins finally added pledges to the defense, 3 of them. Edge rusher Anthony Jones from Washington, the defensive lineman Yahya Gad, of Tennessee, and linebacker Matthew Muasau of SoCal powerhouse St. John Bosco. Muasau is a legacy pledge. His older brother Darius played for the Bruins, went to the NFL. And look, because of the fact that the Trojans have added 5,000 players to their draft class, it's very easy to just be that meme of a stick figure poking at the UCLA logo saying, come on, do something. But they're not dragging their feet. At the moment, On3.com rates the Bruins class as 23rd in the nation. That ain't too shabby, folks. That ain't too shabby. So a big weekend in recruiting for the Bruins. Angel City defender Savi King was discharged from Cedars-Sinai Hospital on Saturday, which begins the next phase of her recovery from what the team would call a medical event. Now, granted, it's what people rooted in reality would call a cardiac emergency, but to Angel City, it is a medical event. King needed chest compressions on the pitch May 9th during Angel City's match against Utah. Since then, by the way, she's had heart surgery, but it's a medical event. If anybody had to undergo a medical event, it was the NWSL. Seriously, that was like a media proctology exam that you guys had ever since King went down on the field. Now, both King and Angel City thanked the care team for saving her life, which honestly, totally appropriate. Absolutely appropriate. If you're Angel City, you are not going to woo too many free agents in the future with player obituaries in your history, guys. So yeah, thanking the care team, pretty much a good idea. Now, in addition to thanking people for their prayers, King said she looked forward to playing soccer again. And no snark, no clowning. That's a tall order. I mean, I don't even know if you were healthy enough to play soccer if they would let you. Loyola Marymount is like, yeah, you might want to think that through a little bit more. It's been decades after they had a player die on the basketball court. Nobody's heard from Loyola Marymount ever since. Just saying, guys. No snark. Life is a pretty good thing. You could have a pretty good life without playing soccer. One funny little note from last night's El Tráfico, Mark Delgado, formerly of the Galaxy, currently of LAFC, he told reporters after the match he did not appreciate his former team, the Galaxy, for posting a video of him getting emotional returning to Dignity Health Sports Park last week to get his MLS Cup championship ring. Delgado said the Galaxy PR people told him they would not post the clip online. It was just going to be some sort of a pregame video tribute, right? And to be frank, I think he's telling the truth. I really do. But to be honest, the next PR guy that you should trust is the first PR guy that you should trust. I like Mark Delgado. But, dude, what made you think public relations people are trustworthy? Angel City's PR people watched a player damn near die on the field and they called it a medical event. PR people and trust? Goodness. I mean, I don't know. If you were gonna go to the Dignity Health Sports Park to get your ring before the match, maybe you should have practiced some deep breathing exercises or something to try to keep from tearing up. Or maybe, I don't know, have the Galaxy drop that ring encrusted with 227 diamonds into the U.S. mail, my dude. If you thought you were going to break into tears, you don't go. Because you knew damn well there would be legions of LAFC fans turning on you like that. Which, of course, they did. Which is a bit overblown, I have to say, guys. Some of you in LAFC, I swear, you would throw your kids out on the street if they said they had a friend who liked Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Oh yeah, Billy down the street, he really likes Zlatan. Get out of my house. Never to return. You're going to have to choose another name, kid. It ain't going to be in this house. Taking things a wee bit too seriously with El Trafico. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. Talk to me about your memories of Chris Taylor, and if you actually think the Dodgers made a mistake, because I don't think they did. For that matter, UCLA football, are you starting to feel a little sense of sunshine in your life now that they're adding players? And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We're talking LA sports every single day here, even when I'm on vacation. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Kian Corte El Queso production. Take care.